Hello, um, my name is Jean Vidiveau, and it is the 1st of May 2026. And yes, I have this paper for you. It's talking about in this video, I clarify my position in relation to other traditions and religions. My belief follows a path I define as magnificence. It is inspired by symbolic figures such as Zeus, whom I see as a figure limited to mythology, but as a universal representation of creative forces, authority, and balance. I present myself as the Magnificien, someone who chooses to symbolically embody these principles. This does not mean that I'm literally a deity, but that I consciously adopt this role as a path of development, responsibility, and elevation. In my vision, this figure of Zeus can be understood as a symbolic synthesis, a way of bringing together the qualities that different traditions attribute to their gods, forming a unified and personal understanding of the divine. This perspective does not aim to deny other religions, but to offer a different interpretation, a path where each person can recognize in their own way the same fundamental principles expressed through different forms. So, today I want to address an important question. How does my belief relate to other traditions, their religions, and other ways of seeing the world? In my previous videos, I talked about my belief, how I live it, and the values that come from it. But it is important to clarify something. I am not here to say that my belief is better than others. I am here to explain that what makes it different. Because every tradition has its own path. Every tradition has its own depth. It is its own history and its own way of understanding the divine. For example, some religions are based on sacred texts, teachings passed down through time, and well defined structures. My belief is different. It does not come from a specific text. It does not come from an imposed tradition. It comes from my reflection, my experience, and my way of interpreting reality. Interpreting, yes. It is a personal approach. In some traditions, God is defined in a precise way, with specific characteristics and a defined relationship with humanity. In my view, the divine is harder to define. I see it as something unique and universal, but also something that goes beyond our definition. Another important difference is how we see multiple representations of the divine. In some beliefs, there is only one God. In others, there are many. In my view, these differences can be understood differently. What some call different gods can be seen as different expressions of the same reality. Uh, a single reality that I try to understand in my own way. I do not reject other perspectives. I see them as different viewpoints, different ways of approaching something greater, and my belief fits into the idea of unity. Not a unity that erases differences, but a unity that brings them together. What makes my belief unique is also that it is evolving. It is not fixed. It changes with me. It transforms through my experiences, my reflections, and my questioning. And that makes, and that matters to me because it allows me to stay open to others, open to different ideas, and open to the possibility that I do not understand everything. So today, if I had to summarize, well, my belief is not an opposition to others. It is another way of seeing, a personal, philosophical, and evolving way, a way that seeks to connect rather than divide. And even if it is the only God for me, I recognize that everyone has their own relationship with the divine. And thank you for tonight. And good night to you.